Yo, what's the deal, peeps? So it's Tuesday, September 13th, 7:22 a.m. I just I'm having some ideas, well not ideas, but shielding that I've been using and just some things that I'm trying to remember to note down so that I can put in this video and and just to to let you guys know or whatever. So let's see here. Alright, this is perf. Oh, no, actually, this one. Alright, so I'm gonna explain to you guys, like, pretty much what I do. Alright, so, like, whenever they're targeting me with sound, the sound is literally amplified, and this is just for me, I guess, but they literally amplify it, like, in this area right here. They focus the energy even right here, like just mainly in this area. Even if I'm wearing earplugs, right? So the earplug will block pretty much that area. It doesn't go that far, as you guys can see. It'll block probably a little bit more. It'll probably go in a little bit more because it stretches, right? So it'll probably go up. The earplug will probably take up, let me see, all of this space right here. But it doesn't go all the way to the back of the ear where the drum is at, the eardrum. All right, so what I have done, what I have figured out is that if you get a Q-tip and you can use whatever you want. Like if you just want to start off with water, that's fine. All right, so what I end up doing is I'll make a Q-tip. Let me turn on the light real quick. Oh crap. So I'll make a Q-tip, right? And I will twist it like a pencil, as thick as you can, and yeah, like this. So as thick as you can, you just twist it, you pull on it, and keep twisting it. Make sure it doesn't come off of this part, because it'll come off of the stick. Sometimes it loosens up from right here, but you want to try to make it as thick as possible where it doesn't discomfort your ear too much. But what I do is I'll use different types of liquid that I use to shield to cleanse my ear with, like olive oil or anything, dude. I've used so many different types of products. I think I've even used this at times in my ears at once. I've used baking soda. I've used tea tree oil. I've used like so many different things, and so many different things have different effects. But I just start like with the olive oil probably, or whatever. And so like you can just like soak this in olive oil, right? And then once you soak it in olive oil, uh you soak it, and you could probably put a couple drops in your ear if you want, but it has to be soaked in there. It has to be soaked where it's soaked enough where you can feel the liquid inside your ear, like literally blocking the sound. So like this is only for people that are not even if they're getting sound. This helps anybody really. But let's just say you push the Q-tip in, right? So the Q-tip, what's gonna happen is the liquid's gonna build up in there, And when you put the Q-tip in there, it causes like a lock. It causes like a sound blockage. So the Q-tip, wait, hold on. The Q-tip's gonna be like a stick, and then the Q-tip itself is gonna fill in the whole space like that, all the way to the brim of the eardrum. All right. Sometimes it doesn't even fill up the space because they're really thin. So I put two of them, like without the stick though. I'll sometimes the stick will break off, like the cotton will pull off of it, and it'll stay in my ear, which I don't mind because you can get it out with some tweezers, or if you get another Q-tip and you twist it up, you can stick it in your ear and kind of like twist it around, and you can pull out the other one. So it's like doesn't really matter if it gets, stuck in there. But with the liquid too, if you put the liquid in your ear and you push the Q-tip all the way in there, there's like crevices of the ear where the liquid can't get into. So if you just put the liquid in your ear, just drops of any type of liquid, it won't get past certain areas. But when you shove the Q-tip in there, it like opens up the ear, and it allows you to like get into like these certain areas where these liquids can't get past. So that's just one way that I shield, that helps me out through the day. Um and I don't know if like by talking about this information, if it'll help these fucking cowards, but I'll find different ways. Like I mean, I can use so many different techniques, it doesn't matter. Like um so like really, I don't care if I talk about this. I could even use like where I can rip off the tip of the Q-tip and like put it in the ear with liquid, and then put a earplug over that, and then just keep the liquid inside contained with the earplug. Um, there's a lot of different ways of shielding, but it blocks a lot of stuff out. Like you can't hear a lot of the stuff. You have like people, if you're living with other people, they kind of have to speak up a little bit because you're blocking a lot of bullshit. Like so, when I take out the earplugs, like or the Q-tips, when I take them out of my ear, the fan is amplified. I can hear the motor to the fan, like not loud, but like I can hear all the sounds that I'm blocking out. All the sounds like the refrigerator, the fan, sounds from outside, cars, whatever. So literally I'm blocking out all their negative sounds that they're surrounding me with. And I'm just like taking it out of the spectrum of my perception, because they're focusing on your five senses. They're focusing on your sight, your hearing, anything that they can alter or try to manipulate. They're trying to focus on it, even your sight and everything. Um, so that's just some tips that I wanted to give you guys right there. They're really good, tips. Don't like if you don't want to use them, you don't have to. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but like for me, it helps. It helps to get me through the day. They're focusing a lot of frequency to like mess with your emotions, to like manipulate your body, tell certain things when you're asleep. I would leave these on just like throughout the day, throughout the night. I would just literally leave these on. And then eventually, like, you'll get tired of using them, and you could take a break. It doesn't matter. You can take a break and then just like go back to them after a couple weeks or however long you feel. And yeah, so whatever liquid you feel, just make sure like um it's nothing that'll dry up like too harshly in your ear. Like I've used so many different things. Like I said, I've used isotropal alcohol. I've even used castor oil, but castor oil didn't help. I don't feel like it did. Um, I've used it. It's not really a big deal. Like if your targeting goes up, you can tell what stuff works for you. So like just go by how your targeting feels. If that that certain liquid that you're using, if it's water, olive oil, um, what else? Coconut oil. I've used coconut oil. And sometimes you'll feel like your ears will get clogged, but after a while, like they'll just like you can use water and just keep on cleaning them out. Like use water and make the Q-tip like I've showed you, and then just keep cleaning the ear out. And like it'll eventually like just it'll all that stuff will just dry up and it'll go back to normal. I've never had problems with my hearing. I haven't had damage to my ears like out of all the stuff that I've tested. And so like you can just like yeah, just keep cleaning them out until they feel normal again. Like it'll take probably like a week or two or something. Like if if you feel like your ears clogged. Also, there's other techniques I think to like pull out the liquid. I think you can light like a piece of paper on fire, and then like it'll like you can look it up online, and then there's other stuff that cleans the ear that they sell at the stores, like the wax stuff. So there's other methods too that I've used to like clean out my ears when when they get too clogged or something like that. So yeah, that's like this is one of the main ways that I block out a lot of the stuff in my targeting. The energy, it does kind of block out certain energies because they're not being able to focus these sounds and these sound waves and shit and mess with you when you're sleeping. So it does help, but it doesn't protect you from everything. They're gonna use different energies to get, past it or to get around it. If they can't focus these certain energies that they usually focus on you, they'll focus other energies and they'll figure out a way to try to hit you, but it's not as strong because they need these certain sensors to be open so that they can access them. If you're blocking out your ear canal and you're blocking out a lot of these spectrums of sound and vibrations, they're gonna lose a lot of their power. So that's the reason why I'm talking about it right now. Another thing is if you have a window and they're using sound on you, don't like put your head right next to a window, because that's a lot of where all the energy is being focused in through is the windows in your house. So like sometimes like I'll hear things and I'll close my window most of the time, like in the living room, the window's right behind my head. So you don't want anything behind you because a lot of sensory stuff that they're focusing on is on the back of the head. So just make sure your back of your head is not facing towards the windows. What else? Let me see here. Yeah, I'm just waking up with the somewhat energy. I want to take care of some stuff today. So let's see what else. Let me see what else I can bring to the table. Yeah, if you use water, try to use bottled water. I've used regular water at times, but I prefer to use bottled water. For detoxing, celery juice, stick to alkaline foods. Look up Dr. Sebi's, the way that the suggestions that he makes. Try to stick to alkaline foods and the Trilateral Commission, brown rice. Just brown rice with beans if you want, black beans or whatever, and what's it called? Seaweed, but it has to be regular seaweed because you need the iodine, and a lot of the iodine that they sell at the over the counter is fake or it's not real. So you need the actual real iodine that comes from seaweed. That's the Trilateral Commission. It helps to kill like these funguses and stuff that grows in our body. So you want to alkaline your body as much as possible, and that'll help as well with your targeting. It'll reduce it substantially. Also, I've noticed that it blocks. Like you guys know, plastic. I've used plastic a lot of the times to shield with, and even my towel that I use is I use it to shield with. Sometimes like it just blocks out a little bit of energy, but not too much. It just helps a little bit, very minutely, but it does help. I'm gonna see what the fabric is made out of. so you guys can see. So my tail's made 100% cotton algodon. I'm pretty sure there's probably other materials that probably work better than that. I used to have a plastic jacket, like it was like a, like I don't know, like a windbreaker type of jacket, and it was black and white, and I forgot what brand it was. I think it was Puma or something like that. And I liked that jacket because like I would put the hood on, and somehow like it would affect with it would affect with their energy that they would focus on me. And so that jacket just ended up missing. I don't know what kind of plastic it was made out of, but like if you guys find like clothing like that, I would suggest to probably get something like that. Anything helps, like anything that you can layer to 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 interfere with whatever they're focusing on us. I just woke up, so I kind of sound out of it a little bit. But let me see what else I can bring to the freaking table. Also, something that I've been wanting to get for a while, Tibetan singing bowls or tuning forks. Those will help, like, just kind of mellow you out when you wake up in the morning, freaking, or whenever you're stressed out, to like mellow you out. Look it up, Tibetan singing bowls or tuning forks. There's other stuff too. I got a playlist on my channel. If you go on my channel, you go to my playlists, look for healing tones. Those are a lot of different types of healing tones that I use to block out any negative energy or sound that I'm hearing. I play these in the background, when I'm in my house doing whatever I'm doing, just walking around or whatever, meditating, whatever you're doing, and just play these sounds. And they hate when you listen to things that make you feel good or whatever. So that also waterfalls. Waterfalls, for some reason, they're really soothing to me, and it blocks out a lot of their crap. So natural water, you can look in like Amazon and try to find a waterfall that you can put in your house or put next to your bed. That will help with blocking a lot of negative things out of, for some reason it blocks out. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's a natural element. And water, for some reason, it helps to block out a lot of stuff. And try it out. You can let the water kind of like, it has to be a certain way, like fine tune the water in your sink or your tub, and just listen to the sound. Like, they're always, when the water's running, it's soothing. It blocks out, like, for some reason, whenever there's loud people outside of my house, I'll go in the shower, turn it on, and it blocks out a lot of the sound. I can't even hear it. But when I'm out in the living room, I can hear everything. I can hear all that sound that they're trying to amplify in my house. So sometimes I'll go, like, when a trash truck passes by or a helicopter passes by or whatever, you can turn on the shower and it blocks out a lot of the sound. That's just the shower, though. Even the waterfall is even more natural and more soothing. That's also something else that I do recommend. I'm also going to be looking into getting one really soon. Right after this live, I'm gonna go and look at some waterfalls, because I need to get one. Like, I need to have it. I need to have that. That's like, these are something essentials that TIs need to have, mandatory. Like, there's mandatory things that we need to be doing. And I'm not talking about everything that I'm talking about, but there should be things that we're doing, like mandatory, like detoxing, mandatory, eating healthy. That should be mandatory. Like, but a lot of us are not doing that. So when you see that your targeting is not good, it's because we're not taking the proper measures to fight back, if you want to say. If you get comfortable, or if you feel like there's no hope, or there's no other choice, and you're just like, it doesn't matter if I eat healthy, they're still gonna mess with me. But you have to, like, know what to eat. And have to eat certain foods or certain things to be able to like alkaline your body and stuff like that, and like detox. It's like not just one thing that's going to help. You have to be doing multiple things and implement them all at once and continue to do them, and then you'll see results. So I don't know, I'm still kind of figuring things out too. So I'm trying to help you guys and trying to help you come up with a battle plan so that we can fight back and, use whatever to our advantage to be able to help us. So, if you guys have any other shielding tips or any good ideas, just put them in the comments below. I got so many videos, I just don't have time right now. Like, I'm trying to get a job and trying to do things, trying to block out the targeting and just like, live my life. But I'm trying to just, give back and hopefully help anybody to be able to fight back. And that's why I come on here, just to remind people that haven't listened and give them ideas, and they're just like, or they didn't really hear it in one of the videos and they heard it this time and they're like, hey, we're gonna try it. Because whenever I'd listen to videos, I'd be tired. I'd be like tired of my targeting. I'd be fed up with it. I'd be like already like done, and then I'd be like, man, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Like, because I would just hear things and I'll be like, oh, that sounds like a good idea, and I'll never do it, and I'll just put it on the back burner. But like, once you really, like, I just said, fuck it, I'll hear something, I'll absorb it, boom, I'll implement it real quick, bam, all right, let me do that, bam, order it, boom, that shit gets here in a couple days, turn it on, whatever. Like, I freaking make sure like I do it and see if it works, and then if it does, I'll keep it around. If not, I'll just go to the next idea. So like, whenever I'm like really serious, if I'm serious about my targeting and I want to make a difference or like make a change, you have to act on it. You can't just be like, oh, nothing's gonna change. Like, if you don't act, it's never gonna change. Like, it's gonna just stay the same. So I'm not the type of person to live like the day after day the same shit over and over again. Like, and if I do, it's because I'm being hindered. Like, like, I do the things that I like. So like playing video games, it's not because I only have a choice to play video games. It's because I like to play this certain video game. I like food. So like, I'll just stay home, play video games and eat, right? And, I'm with my family, so I'm comfortable. Like, so I'm content in the situation that I'm in right now. But I want to get a job. I want to save so I can get a mobile home with solar paneling and stuff like that, so I can help other TIs possibly in the future. I want to be able to help them get on their feet and or whatever, if I really get along with them, like just move in with me or help them get an RV or whatever I can do to help another TI. But that's my main goal right now, is to be able to be mobile, because it makes it a lot harder for these perps. If you're stationary, they can move all kinds of things around you. I want to be able to have somebody to stay there with the camper while I'm gone, like somebody that I trust. And then just so that nobody can mess with it. I mean, they can put trackers on it or whatever. They can pull up next to you with these energy weapons in other people's cars. But as long as your sanctuary is protected, you feel like that's your home and nobody can mess with that. That's like something that we lose value for, or we lose our hope for, because everything of ours is tampered with and contaminated and whatever. So the only way, like, I feel like that we would really get a peace of mind is if we can somehow come together, a few of us that we know each other and like we feel that we can at least somewhat trust each other. And then nothing goes wrong. Like, if it goes wrong, it's on our own targeting. It's not having nothing to do that food is being tampered with or anything like that. Stuff is going missing. Like, you just know that like they wouldn't take it, or you just know like it's not them, and you're just like, damn, like, but like whenever, like for instance, like I'm here at my house with my family, I don't have shit ended up missing. My food's never tampered with. And if it is, it's because, you buy out like fast food and they tamper with it and then you eat it. So like the home cooked meals, like I never feel that they're tampered with. Like, luckily, like I have gotten to this stage where I've built a surrounding around me that I trust and that my targeting is minimal. Due to me resisting and fighting back and shielding and detoxing and all this stuff, like through time, I've done it. Fasting is good as well. We should be fasting. We should be trying to eat as healthy as we can. And this is only things that I recommend because I want to do them myself or have done them myself. I just haven't stuck to them. But I know that this is for our better benefit. And so I want to let you guys know that we got to get on a regimen. We got to really be strict on ourselves and really want to do it and get up every morning. Write a list and put it in a big list. Make them like a decent size. Put it right on your wall and put that list. And every time that you see it, you can't ignore it because you're constantly looking at it. Like if it's in your living room, put it where you're always at. Like if you're always in your room or you're always in your living room. And what I do is I'll put the list and then I'll be like, okay, have I done these things today? And then it makes me want to do them more. It makes me want to like, okay, I got to do it. Even if it's for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, exercise, whatever you want to do that you have to do, just like take care of it. And then you can put a check mark on it or cross it off or whatever. And then you feel like, bam, all right, I took care of everything. Or if it's just like a daily regimen where you're like, okay, check, I did that, bam, I did that. And then you just kind of like make it like your daily regimen. And then it'll help you to like keep up with it. Because for some reason, if I don't see it, if I'm not acknowledging it, I just don't want to do it, or I'll forget about it, or I'll be lazy about it. So this is one thing that has helped me to continue to like keep doing what I need to do. But yeah, that's it for today. I'll keep in touch. I'll be posting some videos as soon as I can. And yeah, so guys, just stay strong out there.